videos also recording. Fine.
Mhm.
Previous class we discussed regarding to the class and object. Any doubts in the class and objects? Clear everything? So today we are moving forward with that is inheritance. This is a OOPS pillar concept for the Python. Pillars: inheritance,
Mhm.
encapsulation, polymerism, abstraction. These are the four pillars of a OOPS concept in Python, Java, C, any language. So in that first one is inheritance. Python inheritance. Simply inheritance in a word of simple word. Parent child. Right? We are inherited from the parents.
Mhm.
We are inherited from the parents. Like that in the programming language also it works on the base class and derived class. Here the base class is known as the parent class and derived class is known as a child class. So whatever the things you mention in the base class that can be accessed by the child classes. Right? What are the things we have mentioned in a base class that completely accessible by the child class? Clear? Definition clear?
Yeah. So, uh,
Okay, let me complete the things. So, inheritance means simply we are inheriting from the another classes. Okay, basically inheritance we have base class as well as a derived class. Here the base class is known as a parent class. Whatever the things from the parents. Okay,
mhm.
class is known as a child class. So we can access the things whatever we have written in the parent class, child class can be accessed. Okay, child can be accessible. Whatever the things, what are the programs you are mentioning in the base class, derived class can be accessed. This is the inheritance. We are simply inheriting the classes. Simply inheriting the classes. Clear?
So whatever classes, whatever list or anything that we define on parent class, that will be applicable for the child class
Child
also.
classes
Right?
also. Like
Yeah.
in a real human being relationship, sir. Whatever the things, what are the properties for our parents that have access to us also.
Mhm.
Like that it works. Whatever the things you preferred in a parent class that can be accessed by the child class. That is known as a derived class. Okay. Here the base class is known as a child class. Derived base class is known as a parent class. Derived class is known as a child class. So what are the properties? What are the methods you mention in a base class that can be accessed by the child class?
Child class also. Yeah.
Clear? Yeah.
Understood.
So we have single inheritance and multi inheritance. Single inheritance means single base class and single derived class. Multi inheritance means single parent class, multiple child class. Okay, this is the example of single inheritance. Single class, single derived class. Parent class, only one parent class, only one child class. So here the example is class animal. Animal is a class name ended with a colon. I am writing the two functions for the parent class, that is eat and sleep. These two things done by the animal. Animal in the parent class, right? So each and every animal do the same thing. Each and every element is do the same thing. So elephant also eat and sleep, cat also eat and sleep, dog also eat and sleep. Same feature for each and every element. Like that class animal. In that animal, I created two functions. One is eat and one more is sleep. This is a parent class and base class. Now I am creating the child class for that. Creating the child class. Class dog is a child. I am inheriting. See the syntax. I am inheriting the parent features to the child by passing the parameter of animal. That is a class name.
Mhm.
Previously we defined as a class name of animal. We need, if you want to inheritance anything, you need to mention the name of a class in the next class function. Next class function like this. Class dog, and I am inheriting the parent class animal. So for the dog also they have some features. Separate dog has some features. Dogs do some like barking. It has some features extra. So we need to mention this is a function. Complete function. Fresh topic. Inheritance. So using the class and objects only we are building the things. Okay, this is the inheritance. Now I need to call the class, and what are the things present in a function I need to, for that creating object, dog1 equals to, I am calling the class, derived class dog1 dot eat. If you call the dog1 dot eat, it directly inheritance to the parent class. Whatever the things you have mentioned in the place of function eat, whatever the things you have mentioned in the place of eat, that will be accessed as output. Because here the dog is a child, that is completely inheritance to the parent base class. So what are the functions you have mentioned in the base class, that will be used by the dog also, dog classes, like that d1 dot eat, d1 dot sleep. Object, these are the objects. I created object dog1 equals to dog class for the object, d1 dot eat, d1 dot sleep, and d1 dot born. Special feature. If you run this code, you will get an output. See, I can eat, I can sleep, I can born, oof.
Where did woof come from? You have print icon back woof. Okay.
This is a child class function.
Child class. Okay. Child class function. Yeah, I didn't notice that one. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a child class function. This is a single inheritance. If you want to create multi inheritance, simply we can write one more class, right? For one more child. Cat. I am inheriting from the animal. It is also inheritance from the animal. Ended with colon. Now, def. I am writing a function. Okay, I am writing a function. Move. And self-reference is the default. And print. I can make a sound. Okay, I can make a sound. Yeah, just like that. I can make a sound. Okay, so if I need to call this class, first I need to create an object. I need to create an object that is obj2 or obj2 equals to cat. This is a class. Cat, done. Now I am calling the cat features obj2 dot what is the feature? Move. obj2 dot eat function obj2 dot sleep. If you run this, the outputs also, I can make a sound, I can eat, I can sleep. Here, this is multi inheritance. Single base class, multiple derived class. You can create n number of derived class. You can create for the elephant, you can create for the snake, whatever the features you want to add extra. So just I mentioned the two functions only in the animal. Animal can eat, animal can swim, everything they mentioned. So whatever the things you want to mention in an animal, you can mention. So whatever the things you want to access in the derived class, you can access. Okay? This is an inheritance. If you want to write this program, you can write. Single inheritance as well as a multi inheritance.
Okay, that is dog one is a big problem.
Clear, Anasha?
Yeah, one second, just let me note down.
You can try also. You can try. Try first with the single inheritance, one base class and the derived class. Try you can add if you want to add multiple also you can add. So just I use the two functions to explain. You can add multiple functions also.
Yeah.
The syntax is same like this.
So instead of obj1, you can say cat1, cat2, right?
Yeah. So you need to create multiple objects for the different class, derived class. Here the dog is a different class and cat is different class. You need to create different objects for each one. Anything else? No.
There are two parents and this one child. They will inherit two parents per child.
That's possible in Java.
That's what I'm saying.
Basically, there is a 4 types: one child, one parent; one child, two parents; two parents, one child; multi-child, multi-parents. But in Python, we can't able to access that. Only single elements, multi-elements. In Java, we can access. That is a Java, mainly use cases for Java only. In data science project, we mainly focus on the functions. We don't go for the classes. Mainly focus is important on functions. That's why I told you initially focus on functions. Whatever the program we are writing, completely up to the functions only we did. If you go for the full stack related things, at the time we use the classes. You need to create the class section. Whatever the section we want, you need to create the class section in the backend part, like download. You need to create each and every view for the customer. At the time we use the classes. Clear, sir?
Yeah, just a second. I'm trying the this thing. So the first one we said dog as object 2 is equal to cat
So
object.
you need to create another object, sir, for the cat also.
Okay. So but we haven't created object 1. Where is obj1? For example. Sorry, I'm a little confused. So if you can scroll a little up, Vamshi. Not up, a little down. Yeah, there. So no, go down. Because I was not able to see the last part of the screen. Yeah, here.
1 second.
Yeah, correct.
So
Yeah,
I
see
created
there.
one object for the dog and one more for cat.
Okay.
So you
Object
need
2
to
is a
create
dog
different
1,
objects for
object
the
2.
different
Okay.
classes.
Okay.
So
Got
here
it.
the child class, derived class, but he is a special class, right? We are using the class function here also. So we need to create a different objects for that.
Okay. So dog 1 bar. Okay. So you have to have. So to define the next object, object 2 is equal to cat. Okay.
So clear, sir?
Yeah.
So this is a one type of pillar of OOPS concept, and one more is encapsulation. One more is encapsulation. So encapsulation simply is known as a wrapping of a data. Wrapping of data, where we can have variables or attributes or methods in a particular one unit of place. At a particular only one unit, we have both methods, variables or attributes. At a particular unit.
Sorry, Vamshi, is it necessary to define that again and again? I mean, see, if you see the parent one says I bark, I sleep. So not I eat, I sleep. Right, that I eat, I sleep, I'm repeating again, right? So once it is defined, we need to keep defining it for each object.
So if
Or
you call the class like the child classes, you need to define.
all the child classes you need to find again,
Yeah.
right?
So based on, so if for example in animal class you created multiple functions: sleep, eat, walk, run, some multiple
Mm-hmm.
functions. Whatever the child class you are taking, the features of this child class need to mention.
We have to
So
mention that
snake, if you
automatically this will
mention the
come down.
snake, if you take a child class as a snake, snake can't able to walk.
Mm.
So for that case, we don't call the parent class as a child.
Mm.
So what are the features required for the specific object or a specific animal? We call that from the animal class.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Second one, encapsulation. So encapsulation is simply known as the wrapping of a data at a particular unit. So here the unit is defined as a both the combination of methods as well as the variables or attributes. Both the combination that are placed at one place at a one, but like it's like a representative of capsule. It's represented in the form of capsule. In a capsule we have both sides. So that is encapsulation. By using the encapsulation, we have some protections. Okay, if you want to access the data for someone, you have some protections like protect private. For example, back statements, bank balance only viewed by you, not for me, right? So like that, if you want account, both of can read. That is in the form of protect, but bank balance is in the form of private. In that situations, we use this encapsulation mostly. So let me give small example how it works. Class demo def init initializer. Initially, I am initializing the values self dot a comma b. Self is the default parameter. We need to mention a comma b. I need to require two values a and b. Self dot double underscore represent for the private, single underscore represented for the protect. Once you created the private, we can't able to access if you are inheritance also. We can't able to access if you do any inheritance also. We can't able to access. Only for particular class where you create the private, use for there. But protect is not like that. If you create a protect, we can access multiple classes when you have inheritance. When you have done a inheritance. ఇన్హెరిటెన్స్ జరిగితే ప్రొటెక్ట్స్ యాక్సెస్ చేసే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ప్రైవేట్ మాత్రం పర్టికులర్గా ఏ క్లాస్లో అయితే నువ్వు క్రియేట్ చేస్తావో ఆ క్లాస్ వరకే పనిస్తుంది. క్లియర్ శివ? క్లియర్? సో హియర్ దట్ ఈస్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్. సో సెల్ఫ్ డాట్ డబల్ అండర్ స్కోర్ ఏ ఇట్ రిప్రజెంట్ ద ప్రైవేట్. సో I can access only in this particular class only. I can't able to access remaining classes. And self dot b single underscore b it represents for protect. So we can access this protect in multiple classes when it is inheritance. When it is inheritance. In the case of inheritance only, we can access the protect data. Okay. Another class I created. Another class demo 1. I am inheriting the demo. Inheritance the demo. Def output self dot underscore b. I am accessing this protect data self dot underscore b. If you pass the data initially initiated a comma b, b equals to demo 1 a comma b, a value 3, b value 4. If you get the output as a 4 only, okay, you get output as a only 4 because data is in private where 3 is in private. So if you want to access the 3, simply you need to write a print function in the class where you create a private. Private నువ్వు ఎక్కడైతే క్రియేట్ చేస్తావో అక్కడే నువ్వు ప్రింట్ అనేది యూజ్ చేయాలి, అప్పుడు అవుట్పుట్స్ వస్తాయి. క్లియర్? నాట్ క్లియర్? సో దిస్ ఈజ్ encapsulation. Mostly used for protection purpose, like data accessing purpose. So for whom I need to give access, for whom I need not to give access. Example is a bank statement. Bank balance or account number. Account number can be visible anywhere. Bank balance account. Account name is also visible. Bank name is also visible. ISFP code also visible. The only the security we are providing for bank balance. it works like this. Simple demo. Okay. Next one, polymerism. Simply poly means many. Merism means forms. It works as a many forms. Once you create a class, it works as a different types of forms. For example, as a male or female, they work like, for example, take a female. She act as a mother. She act as a sister. She act as a wife. She act as a elder. Some things of relationships have. Like that, once you create a class in a polymerism, it can act as a multiple forms. It can act as a multiple forms. Here the example is a simple example, adding of two things. I am just adding of two things, not numbers, not adding of two things. Class someone def add self dot ab. Self comma ab. I am taking the two things. Print a comma a plus b. Print a plus b. This is a function array. Simply I am adding a plus b. Whatever the things inputs I am given to the a plus a and b, that will be add. Calling object. Object equals to someone. Print object dot add. Print object dot add 3 comma 5. This is the first statement. Object dot add a b. This is the second statement. Object dot float values 3.5 and 4.8. I have done the three things. One is integers, another one strings, another one float values. I am trying to add the three different formats. Clear or not clear? Clear? None value is here. The none you mentioned. It is completely depends upon the system. Some system configuration is not right. That's why it's showing. Someone not show, for me it's showing. Okay, that is system with a configuration dependent. Okay. So this is a simple program of polymerism. We don't stress on more on this. We only stress on functions. Working multiple functions. Here I am taking multiple data types.
And actually in the return.
Sorry?
Obj dot add, it doesn't return anything. Print obj dot add 3 comma 5 better.
Add 3 comma 8.
So print అనేది పైన క్లాస్ ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది వచ్చిన అవుట్పుట్.
ఓ అలాంటివా? సో ఇవి రిమూవ్ చేయమంటావా?
రిమూవ్ చేయండి సార్. అక్కడ ఈ ప్రింట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ప్రింట్ అయింది లేకపోతే పైన ప్రింట్ అయ్యాలని అడుగుతున్నాను.
ఓ అలా అడిగితే సో యాక్చువల్గా నువ్వు ఇలాగైనా మెన్షన్ చేయొచ్చు.
ఇప్పుడు నన్ను రాదు.
అది నార్మల్గా కొన్ని సిస్టమ్స్ వల్ల కూడా వస్తుంది. నేను ట్రై చేశాను. ఇలా యాక్చువల్గా ఇంకో సిస్టమ్లో ట్రై చేశాను. నువ్వు చెప్పిన ఫార్మాట్ ఇలానూ ట్రై చేశా, ఇలానూ ట్రై చేశా. మేబీ దానివల్ల వస్తుందేమో అనుకోని నేను అలానూ ట్రై చేశా, ఇలానూ ట్రై చేశా. బట్ దాని ప్రాబ్లం కాదు, సిస్టమ్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ ప్రాబ్లమ్. ఇక్కడ నేను అన్నీ ఇలా మెన్షన్ చేస్తే నాకు ప్రింట్ అవ్వవు డేటా. నువ్వు చెప్పిన కరెక్టే, ఇలా మెన్షన్ చేసినా నీకు కన్ఫర్మ్. బట్ ఇలానూ ట్రై చేసినా కొన్ని సిస్టమ్స్కి అలానే వస్తాయి, ఇలానే వస్తాయి. ఈ ప్రింట్ తీసేసినా వస్తుంది, కానీ కొన్ని సిస్టమ్స్లో రావట్లేదు. నేను అందుకే సిస్టమ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఉంది. దీంట్లో వస్తుందా రాదని నేను చెప్పలేదు. సో మేకే సిస్టమ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్. టూ టైమ్ నువ్వు చెప్పిన పాయింట్ కూడా కరెక్టే. 2 times ప్రింట్ రాసాను కాబట్టి షోయింగ్ ద నన్ వాల్యూ. ఫర్ 1 print we are not using. That's why షోయింగ్ నన్ వాల్యూ. బట్ నేనేమంటున్నానంటే నేను ఇలా ప్రాసెస్ వేరే సిస్టంలో కూడా ట్రై చేశాను. దాంట్లో ఇలానే రాసా కోడ్ కూడా, అక్కడ నన్ను చూపిస్తున్నా. అందుకే అది ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చింది అని చెప్తున్నా. అంటే కొంతమందికి రావచ్చు, కొంతమందికి రాకపోవచ్చు. కాకపోతే ఇట్స్ బెటర్. వస్తే ఎందుకు వచ్చిందని డౌట్ వస్తుంది, అందుకు చెప్పా అంతే. ఇఫ్ యూ యూజ్ ఆన్లైన్ జూపిటర్, గూగుల్ కొలాబ్, క్యాగల్ అనేది మనకు వెబ్సైట్ ఉంది కదా, ఇన్ దట్ యూ విల్ ఫేస్ దిస్ ఇష్యూ. అక్కడ సిస్టమ్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ సెపరేట్ ఉండదు. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈజ్ అ సింపుల్ ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ polymerism. Simple form of polymerism. Completed? Okay. Can I go for
I'm just noting down.
Yeah, sir.
That's okay. That's okay. You can skip. You're anyways going to send the video, right? That's okay.
Yes, sir,
Then,
definitely. I will send the video
Yeah.
after class.
okay,
For
sure,
your
sure. Then
mail IDs.
move on.
Check out your mail IDs.
Mails, yeah. Move on to the next topic.
Yeah. So next one, abstraction. Simply, abstraction is used to hide the complex implementations. Complex. It will hide the complex implementation and shows the features. Simple for taking an example of a car. So the car engine, how it's complex we don't know. How the implementation of engine we don't know. But working we have seen. Right? We switch on the start button, it is starting and we are moving forward. But internally how it's built we don't know. That is an example of abstraction. We don't find any implementation detail, just we see the working or features. So we don't write anything, we don't have any code for that. Simply this is a code. Car starting engine is a thing. I need to implement the pass. Here the details we can't able to see. Same derive or stop the engine. We just see the features and functions, but implementation can't able to see.
Basically, the same example. We are not seeing this one. We just see
Can you understand another? Add 2 a plus b are telling. So we are adding the things. Are చూస్తున్నాము. బట్ ఇక్కడ కార్ గురించి మాట్లాడితే కార్ డిజైన్. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ టేక్ ఏసీ తీసుకుంటావు. నువ్వు స్విచ్ బటన్ కరెక్ట్గా ఆన్ చేస్తుంటే అది ఎలా ఆన్ అవుతుంది నీకు లోపల తెలుస్తాను. ఏసీ బటన్ నేను ప్రెస్ చేస్తుంటే అది ఆన్ అవుతుంది. నీకు ఫ్యూచర్ కనిపిస్తుంది, ఆన్ అవ్వడం ఫంక్షన్ కనిపిస్తుంది. బట్ ఇంటర్నల్గా ఎలా కోడ్ రాసారు నీకు అనిపిస్తుంది. We can't able to see the implementation, complex implementation, but we see the future, the working of that implementation feature. That's simply known as an abstraction. So these are the 4 pillars of a Python: inheritance, polymerism, encapsulation, abstraction. There is no order for this. You can implement it. There is no order. So first one, this one, second. There is no order. Clear? That's it for today. If you have any doubts, you can ask. If you don't have any doubts, that's it. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about Python files. With that Python files, we go for the file handling methods and regular expressions. That is the end of the topic. Maybe tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday we will be going for the Python. Clear or not clear? So already I assigned the questions for you, like practicing questions also. Try to practice on that. On Monday, I will assign some more questions on functions as well as OOPS concepts also. Try to practice that questions also. So some of the questions completely related to the interviews, like reversing the string or some of the things. On one class, I will take a class referring to the interview questions. So like completely programming. If you practice everything, these things, and one day we will take one class for that. Right? Here only you need to work on that. Clear, sir? Online, offline, both.
Yeah, sure.
So that's it from my side, sir. If you don't have any doubts, you can leave the class. Thank you. Within 20 to 30 minutes, you will receive this link to your video.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.